So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly why you can't hit $50,000 per month with your agency. So basically, this is for all of you who are at like 0, 10, 20, $30,000 per month and want to scale past $50,000 per month. That's what we're going to cover in this video. So let me get straight into it. So the main two reasons why you're not at 50K per month are, if we just boil it down to like the main two reasons, is, well, first thing is you don't have enough clients. That's the problem in 90% of cases, or clients don't pay you enough. And why I put it this way is because, well, either you just don't have enough clients. Let's say you have it done for your offer, you're charging $3,000 per month. Then you're not at 50K because you don't, or let's say 2.5 to make it the math easier. You're not at 50K because you just don't have 20 clients. And usually it's because you can't get that many clients. Like maybe you're struggling with churn, but that's a whole different story. We can talk about it later. Or the second thing is clients don't pay you enough, because even if you would be at even if you would have just one client, but it would pay you like 50K per month, well, you'd be at 50K per month. So to put it simply, those are the main two problems. But what I'm seeing is I talk to tens of agency owners every single month. That's basically why we have an offer that is targeting agency owners. And so all the sales calls that I have are with other agency owners, from like making 10K per month up to making $200,000, $300,000 per month. And so the main problem that I see is not the churn, because obviously you need to have a way to keep clients, because if you're just pouring water into a leaky bucket, it would be really hard for you to scale. But most of the agencies that I talk to, really care about their clients. So I hear a lot of bad things about the agency world and people just trying to scam others for money. But I wouldn't say I see that. I actually, talking to all the agency owners, I do see they care about their clients. They do care about getting them results. It's not like they just want to get their money and run away. They know that to build a real business, they need to deliver really good results. And so the churn is not the problem in 90% of the cases, The main problem is that they just can't acquire enough clients, because even if we look at the graph, and compare churn to sales, churn is something that, of course, you need to care about. You need to try to get that number to as low and of a number as possible. But the problem with it is that it's impossible to get the churn to zero. You literally can't get it to zero. There's no way. You're not going to lose not a single client. If you're scaling, if you're getting new clients, you can have all the clients. If you're working with 3 clients, then maybe you can see no churn for a year or two. But if you're scaling, you're getting new clients, you will see some churn. That's basically just part of the agency game. But churn is something that you literally can't get to zero. It will always go like that. And then we have another thing, though, that you can scale almost infinitely that combats churn, and this is just sales. Because you can sign 5 clients a month. You can sign 10 clients a month. Now, it might be hard on the system side of things. You might need to expand the team to be able to do that, but it's not impossible. So sales is something that you can scale pretty much infinitely. And then churn is something that, well, literally you cannot get it to zero. So that's why most agency owners, they make this mistake that they just focus so much on building systems, teams, make this 1% improvements that will help them keep someone for just 1 month longer. And that's super important. Don't get me wrong. That's super important to care about your clients, but they don't put enough time and enough effort into making sure that they are able to get new clients consistently. And so that's why they might be delivering amazing results. They might hear really good, things from their clients, but they are still stuck at 10, 20K per month, and they can't really break through that. And so that's the main problem that I'm seeing. And I have another video breaking down our client acquisition strategy. This is the latest video that I posted. So you can just go to my YouTube channel and see the previous video that I posted where I talk more about getting clients. But let me just show you some things. So if, let's say right now you have 10 clients. So let's say you have 10 clients that pay you at the moment $2,000 per month. So you have 10 clients at the price point of 2.5K per month, 2K per month. Let's just round it down to 2K. So 2K per month, you're making 20K per month at the moment. That's, well, simple math. And so if you're making 20K at the moment, there's a high chance that your churn is around 10%. If it's lower, great, but it might be 10%. That's, typically what I hear is an average in this space. I don't know if that's the fact, but let's take it, again, to make the math simple here, let's take 10% churn. And so if you have 10% churn, that means you're literally losing 1 client every single month. And so just for you to stay at zero, stay at that 20K per month level, you need to sign new client, you need to be signing at least 1 client a month, at that rate. And so even you signing a new client, to sign this one client, you probably need to have at around like 4 to 5 sales calls on average. So typically I see the conversion rate being between like 20 to 40%, but a lot of the times people, when they tell me it's like 50, 60%, they just don't know how to calculate it properly. So a lot of them actually have around like 20, 25, 30%. That's something that I see is typical. Now, if you have more, great. But to get to that level, you need to book like 4 to 5 calls a month. So literally, just for you to stay at this level that you're at, you need to book 4 to 5 calls. And for you to actually scale and be able to scale consistently and scale profitably, let me just make it a bit bigger. For you to actually scale, you would need to be signing around like 2 to 3 clients a month. And again, that's like the minimum that you would need to be signing is 2 to 3 new clients. Preferably, you would want to sign even more clients than that. But again, we need to look at the business in a broader perspective. So we need to make sure that we can also keep up with the demands and be able to serve these clients well. But to get 2 to 3 clients, well, now we need to look at around 10 to 15 calls booked every single month. And even that is like a pretty positive estimate, because what if your conversion rate drops? What if you get unqualified calls? So that we kind of need to look at like 10 to 15 qualified calls every month for you to sign like 2 to 3 clients. And so that's basically what you need to scale. And why I see agency owners are really struggling, because they have just like one client acquisition method. So again, you can go watch my latest video and see where I talk more about that. But if you have just like one client acquisition method, it's going to be very hard for you to get 10 to 15 calls. Now, obviously, like you can do that. But what I see in this space is that every client acquisition method that you implement inside of your agency makes the other perform better. So again, I'm going to use the example from the previous video that I made. We're doing cold emails. But the reason why it works so well for us compared to like other agencies who can't really crack cold emails is because I do have this YouTube channel. And it's really as simple as that. But people go from the cold emails, they do their research, they Google my name, they see my YouTube channel, they go watch some of my YouTube content, they see some case study videos, they see some client interviews, and then they decide to, in the end, book a call with me. And so that's how this process looks like. And because of that, not only we're able to book more calls, but also the calls that we're getting are literally pre-sold. So people are ready to buy on these calls. They are not like, oh, what is it that you actually do? They know exactly what we do, and they are interested in buying. And so that's why you need to actually do multiple things. But the second big mistake, again, because that's something you can just go watch my latest video, you will see everything that I talked about. The second big mistake that I see people make is that they don't optimize their sales process for the long term. So typically, it takes around 6 months, it might take even up to like 6 months for someone to become your client. And most people, what they do is like their whole sales process is just, okay, I'm going to get a call booked, and then I'm going to close them, or I'm not going to close them. And that's literally what happens. If they don't close them, that's it. They lost that deal, and they're not doing anything. And so like for us, knowing that sometimes we're going to reach out to people and the timing is not going to be right. They might want to do YouTube because that's our offer, but they might want to do it a month from now, 2 months from now, 3 months from now, 6 months from now. We optimize for that. So we literally build the sales process so that we're able to sign people on the spot. So literally just people jumping on a sales call, but also we're able to sign people that want to start like 6 months later down the line. And so that's why we're able to convert a lot of these clients, because we don't try to fight it. We know that it happens. And so that's how we build our sales process. That's how we build our follow-up flows. That's how we, are building our brand online and making sure that people subscribe to my YouTube channel, getting people to our email list. So then we can nurture and convert them over time. And so the reason why it works so well, because YouTube, as I said, not only helps us get more calls, but it makes closing easier, and in the end, it makes scaling predictable, and it makes scaling quick, because we know exactly how many calls we can book, we know exactly what's going to be the conversion rate. Now, the only downside of it is that it takes time. So for me to build this YouTube channel that I have, or for our clients who are also building YouTube channels, getting clients from that, it always takes time, So it's not something that you can just do for a month, post 4 videos. Now, even if you just post 4 videos and you know how to leverage them, you can already get amazing results. You can already sign clients from that. But the best results from YouTube really come over time. And so if we look at the time to results, the graph would probably look like this. So it might be slow at the beginning. So after like 3 months, you might be just here. But then if you keep doing that, the results are just getting better. And so if you do it for like 1 year, 2 years, it's almost impossible for you to not get results, because not only you're going to attract more clients, you're going to position yourself as an authority, you're going to get so much better conversions from everything else that you're doing to acquire new clients. You're even going to get more referrals, and the clients that you're going to attract are going to stay with you for longer. Not even mentioning the fact that you're going to close more deals, you can increase your prices, like, oh, that's the sweet stuff. And that's basically what I wanted to show you in this video, is that in order for you to scale to 50K per month, you probably need to focus on scaling your sales. And to scale your sales, you can't just do what you're doing right now, because it clearly doesn't work that great if you're still at this level. And so you need to start doing new things. And for most of you, that new thing is actually creating content and implementing those higher leverage things into your business, because creating content is one of the highest leverage things you can do inside of your agency to scale further, whether it's to 50K per month, maybe even 100K per month, maybe $500,000 per month. We have clients that are scaling to these levels using YouTube. And if you want to check out a bit, more stuff, you can go to my YouTube channel. You can literally go watch some of our client testimonials. You can see those case study videos so that you know what I'm talking about. So you can see exactly the type of results we got our clients.
My work is easy.
And if you want me and my team to basically help you scale a YouTube channel so that you can scale to $50,000, $100,000 per month with your agency, acquire more clients, what I want you to do right now is go ahead and down below you can book a call with me using the link there. Or if you're not ready yet, I'm going to leave a link to our 90-page PDF you can download completely for free, where I basically give you my entire YouTube to clients playbook. So you can just go ahead down below, download it. Or if you're ready to start a YouTube channel for your business to get more clients and scale, book a call with me now. And if you're not ready yet and you don't want to download the PDF, just go watch this video next.